On February 23, 2024, Ukraine dealt a devastating blow to the Russian military's prestige by downing a massive A-50 AWACS, known as a flying radar aircraft, marking the second such takedown in just months. This critical attack essentially blinded Russian forces, stripping them of the critical intelligence and situational awareness the A-50 provided. The loss of the airborne command center was a severe hit, as its value exceeded $330 million. Compounding the shock, official reports confirmed that the A-50 was targeted well within Russian borders, a zone presumed safe from Ukraine's anti-aircraft arsenals. The narrative states that an antiquated Ukrainian Soviet-era S-200 missile system brought down this costly Russian asset, and a striking video capturing the moment of impact seems to corroborate this claim. However, not everyone is buying it. The destruction of one of the globe's most advanced air surveillance systems over its own territory has sparked intrigue. Experts dissecting the footage suggest the X-200 explanation might be a smokescreen, concealing Ukraine's use of a top-secret American-made weapon capable of swatting these powerful aircraft from the sky with ease, even at incredibly long distances. The A-50 AWACS, or Airborne Warning and Control System, is an enormous warplane with a wingspan stretching over 50 meters. Crafted during the heat of the Cold War by the Soviet Union, it is still one of the world's most advanced radar and control airborne command centers. First soaring through the clouds in the 1980s, this flying radar is built on the robust backbone of the Ilyushin IL-76 transport. Mounted atop its body, a colossal radar dome whirls, throwing its electronic eyesight over hundreds of miles, playing a critical role in air defense and coordinating the might of the Air Force. At its core, the A-50 plays the crucial role of the eyes in the sky, painting a live canvas of the airspace by spotting and tailing airborne and sea surface threats. It's the maestro, directing interceptor and strike jets to their marks. It doubles as a mobile command post for theater-level operations, knitting aerial, ground, and naval forces together into a cohesive unit. This airborne sentinel magnifies situational awareness, extends the reach against adversary aircraft, and amplifies force potency by choreographing synchronized offensive and defensive maneuvers. With the Soviet Union's curtain call in 1991, Russia inherited this fleet of aerial watchdogs. The Russian aerospace forces have since doubled down, infusing these birds with cutting-edge tech and communications, birthing the A-50U variant. This modernized iteration boasts sharper surveillance eyes, a broader operational leash, and improved conditions for its guardians, cementing its role as a cornerstone in Russia's military aviation arsenal. The A-50 AWACS's capabilities make it an indispensable tool for Russia in the context of the Ukrainian conflict. It enhances Russia's ability to maintain situational awareness, command and control forces, and effectively counter Ukrainian military actions. As a crown jewel of the skies, Russia has packed the A-50 with a hefty punch of defenses, ready to repel any airborne threats. It's rigged with top-notch electronic countermeasures, or ECMs, that throw enemy radar and missile guidance systems off their game. On top of that, it's equipped with chaff and flare dispensers, decoys against those heat-seeking and radar-guided missiles. And let's not forget, it's sporting reinforced protection throughout her hull to withstand incoming projectiles. Yet, no matter the defenses, Ukraine found a way to blind the bear. On Friday, February 23, 2024, the skies bore witness to a staggering demonstration of Ukrainian aerial might as their Air Force announced the downing of a second Russian A-50, one of Russia's crown jewels in reconnaissance. CNN captured this breathtaking spectacle, airing footage of the A-50's demise. Earlier in the year, around mid-January, the Ukrainian Air Force flexed its sharpshooting muscles by knocking out another Russian A-50 over the southern expanse of Zaporizhia. That operation wasn't just a single triumph, but a double whammy, as they also sent an Ilyushin IL-22, an airborne command post, tumbling from the sky. This 1-2 punch severely affected the enemy's command and control structures, diminishing their battlefield oversight. British intelligence sheds light on the critical role these radar-fitted command birds play in Russian military strategies. They're the eyes in the sky, sounding the alarm at the faintest hint of danger while masterminding operations from the heavens. With these crucial assets now missing from their arsenal, Russia's military effectiveness in the region has been severely hamstrung, leaving them wary of deploying more for fear they'll share the same grim fate. The burning question remains of how Ukraine managed to clip the wings of some of the most sophisticated birds in the sky, designed to sniff out threats from miles away. After scrutinizing the footage of the A-50's takedown, an air combat expert believes he's cracked the code. According to him, Ukraine's success hinges on a cutting-edge American drone. A seasoned vet from the Indian Air Force took to social media to lay it out straight. The Russian Air Force isn't in the habit of tossing their crucial air pieces into the fray without a solid game plan. If their A-50s are getting knocked out of the sky, it's because they bumped into a game-changer they didn't see coming. The retired pilot didn't mince words when he laid out his perspective. Quote, "Are the Russians such big fools to continue targeting their vital air assets in a blue-on-blue deal? Or did the Ukrainians now have a drone modified to interdict 200 kilometers plus near Russian air assets, clinically cued and steered with targeting data from Western long-range surveillance, and launch a heat-seeking Stinger or an ASRAAM with deadly accuracy?" He then dropped a bombshell on what he believes is powering these audacious long-range hits. Quote, "The Ukrainian Longshot concept may be a reality in my opinion. In this video, the Russian SAM may have been launched to shoot down the Ukrainian UAV, poised for an ambush of the A-50 recovering back." The Longshot drone, a brainchild of General Atomics Aeronautical Systems and nurtured by the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA in the United States, represents a revolutionary leap in air-launched UAV technology. Launched from the safety of fighters or bombers, it boosts the range and deadliness of air-to-air missiles while shielding manned warplanes from the teeth of the fight. Nestled securely in friendly skies, the drone shoots across hostile airspace, dramatically stretching the combat radius of its mothership. Once it's got a bead on its prey, this UAV doesn't just kamikaze and call it a day. Instead, it fires precision-guided missiles from its arsenal, maintaining a safe distance while cutting down the reaction time of its target to mere seconds. Sporting a sleek and elusive design, with a fuselage that cuts through the air and a high-mounted wing that slices a moderate sweep across the sky, this drone is built to go unnoticed. Its V-shaped tail and multifaceted propulsion system make it a ghost in the clouds, carrying its payload in a side-mounted bay. In February 2021, DARPA awarded contracts to General Atomics, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman for the preliminary design of the Longshot UAV. But here's the kicker. As of the latest info, the Longshot UAV is still in development. If Ukraine's wielding something that smells like Longshot tech, it signals a seismic shift in the West's playbook, laying down a marker of unprecedented support in the face of aggression. Military experts are zeroing in on the possibility of a Longshot drone being the culprit behind the last moments of the A-50's flight, based on its behavior and intelligence. Samir Joshi, the lead engineer at New Space Research and Technologies, a cutting-edge outfit known for its military drone wizardry, pored over the footage and concluded that the aircraft was hugging the deck at about 1,000 feet. It had detected the incoming missile and was juking hard to dodge it. Here's where the plot thickens. Conventional wisdom pins the blame on an S-200 missile for taking down the A-50, but Joshi throws a wrench into that theory with his analysis. Quote, "The S-200 would have lost the guidance link as soon as the A-50 dipped below 2 kilometers of altitude, thanks to the 200-kilometer-plus radar reach of the Ukrainian fire control radar. The A-50's last dance was at around 1 kilometer, nosediving at a blistering 875 miles per hour ground speed. The S-200's hands are tied without active guidance in the homestretch, so it's not the S-200, nor a Patriot SAM. Given the distance, surface-to-air missiles stationed in Ukraine couldn't have touched a target inside Russia, and with the S-200 out of the picture, Joshi hints at a Ukrainian sleight of hand, a new trick up their sleeve for neutralizing key Russian air assets deep behind enemy lines: the Longshot drone system.